Hello guys and welcome back to my YouTube channel The Suspense Studio. And guess what? Today we are going to talk about Riddick 3. And yes, let's continue. So, the legend of Riddick continues, but this time things are quite different. The lone wolf is back and he's got unfinished business across the galaxy. But does Riddick 3 brings the darkness and brutality we love? Or does it get lost in the stars? Well, buckle up because today we are diving deep into all new adventure for the Fuhan warrior. Let's get into it. So, before we jump into the new story, let's rewind a bit. The Riddick saga kicked off with Pitch Black in 2000, an intense sci-fi thriller where Riddick, a dangerous convict with night visions, end up protecting survivors from deadly creatures on a dark planet. Fans loved this mix of humor, horror, survivor, and Riddick's raw, unfiltered badassery. Then came the chronology of Riddick 2004, an ambitious sequel that expanded the introduction, intergalactic warlords, and a prophecy tied to Riddick's mysterious Furian heritage. The film was devastation. Some loved the epic scale, while others missed the survival horror roots. And finally, Riddick 2013 attempted to recapture the pitch black magic, starring Riddick on a deadly world. It brought back the survival element, but still left fans waiting more. And the wait was over, and now Riddick 3 is here with a fresh story and a new take on franchisee. So let's break it down. So, in this new chapter, Riddick 3 finds himself pursued by an elite group of bounty hunters, not just for his head, but for something buried deep into his past. After years of running, he stumbles upon the ruins of Furre, his long lost homeland, only to discover it's not as lifeless as he thought. A fraction of survivors hiding beneath the planet's surface reveals that Furia is more than a dead rock. It holds secrets that could change everything, but Riddick isn't the only one drawn to its power. A new antagonist, General Kelor, a ruthless warlord with ties to the Nerco Morgus, is hunting for the same secret. What follows is a race against time as Riddick, alongside an unexpected ally, a rogue mercenary named Lyra, must navigate Furry's danger, uncover its lost history, and face Kielor in a battle that will determine the fate of his beloved people. So, what works? Well, let's check it out. The first thing, back to the franchise's core. Absolutely. This film smartly blends the survival horror of Pitch Black with the world building of Chronicles, creating the perfect mix of gritty action and deep lore. It's the sequel fans have been waiting for, and yes, let's talk about the second, which is the Furia, a unique setting. We finally get to explore Riddick's home planet, and it does not disappoint. The landscapes are like humiliatingly beautiful, the creatures are quite the terrifying, and the atmosphere is pure sci-fi gold. And the third, a strong villain. This time, Kyolor is no generic warlord. He is a strategist, a manipulator, and a fighter who can go toe to toe with Riddick. Think of him as a mix between Bane from the Dark Knights Rises and a brutal Spartan general. And yes, the ally, Lyra, the perfect counter to Riddick. Unlike the throwaway mercenaries in previous films, Lyra actually holds her own, as she is a former bounty hunter turned frequently ally, and her dramatic dynamic with Riddick adds depth to the story. And fifth, intense action and brutal combat. From brutal hand to hand fights to explosive showdowns, Riddick 3 delivers some of the best action sequences in the franchise. One standout moment, if you ask, it's Riddick versus an entire squad of elite Nicomongers assassins in the ruins of an ancient Furian temple. Absolutely brutal. So, these were the best parts, and yes, now let's talk about what didn't work. And yes, the first thing which comes is the slow pacing in the middle act. While the first and final acts are packed with action and suspense, the middle drags a little some of the Furian history segments. Like those could have been trimmed down to keep the monument, but hey, they didn't do that. And the second thing, not enough screen time to the general Kyolor. So, as the antagonist, he is an amazing villain, but he doesn't get as much as screen time as he deserved. So, a few more confrontations between him and Riddick would have made the rivalry even strong, and maybe a term which could the fans could have connected for some reason he was behind the Riddick's past, or you can say as his he, and as his like people and the secret behind the tribe. And the third, lack of major character depths. And upon this, let's be real. Riddick movies are known for their brutal survival stakes, and this time around, some characters feel a bit too safe. A higher body count would have raised the tension, but it's done what it's done. So, let's compare to the other films. How does Riddick 3 stand up? Well, against Pitch Black, Riddick 3, both these films have a survival aspect, but Riddick 3 adds a stronger sense of purpose by trying it into his past. On the other hand, Pitch Black was about surviving the night. This is about reclaiming his future. And the other movie, Chronicles of Riddick versus Riddick 3. Well, if you say if you like this epic score of Chronicles but wanted a glitter tone, this movie delivers. It balances lore and action in a way that feels absolutely natural. So, does Riddick 3 lives up to the hype? Absolutely. It's a satisfying sequel that brings back the raw survival elements while expanding the universe in a meaningful way. With greater action, a compelling story, and the return of Furia. This is the movie Chronicles of Riddick should have been. So, the final score. What should I be rating it? I would like to rate it 8.5 out of 10 because it's not perfect, but it's a damn good ride. If you are a Riddick fan, this is a must watch. And what do you think of Riddick 3? Would you have changed anything in the story? Drop a comment below, and if you enjoyed this review, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe for more deep dive reviews, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss a thing. Thanks for watching, and remember, keep your eyes sharp and always be ready for the dark you see the next time. Thank you.